Hey, welcome back to the firehouse for some more firehouse reasoning. And to me it looks as if things are getting fiery on the outside as well. Over the weekend here I've heard first the foreign secretary of the great beast America, Mr. John Kerry, saying that they have got definite proof that the Syrian government has used chemical weapon as it was. Such a nasty weapon, chemical weapon, Mr. Kerry said. A weapon that has been outlawed for about 100 years, Mr. Kerry said. I don't think Mr. Kerry actually remembering America spraying Agent Orange all over Vietnam and whatever else poison the spray down in Vietnam. But about a year ago, my friend Mr. O. Farmer, is it Mr. O. Farmer or Mr. Obama? I call him Mr. O. Farmer. He said about a year ago that he was drawing a line in the sand, as it was. A similar thing to what the Israeli Prime Minister demonstrated in the UN about the bomb with the Iran. But Mr. Obama drawing a line anyway, saying that if the Syrian government should ever use these dangerous weapons, that would be it. He would have to fire a shot. At the time, the firehouse said, yes, Mr. Obama and his Western allies are going to use chemical weapon and blame it on the Syrian government. Now, on the day that the UN went into Syria, whoever these UN are, to investigate some other chemical attack, and the very same day, 15 minutes away, has gone to them, Assad dropped chemical weapons on his own people. You'd have to be crazy. Of course he never dropped the chemical weapon. These devils themselves did it. You know what I mean? This is a war. You don't understand. Who do you think is arming those rebels that are fighting the Syrian government? Where do you think they get the weapons from? How do you think they get into Syria without anyone spotting them? You understand? They are armed by these same people who are telling you that it's the Assad government who is doing the killing. They are the one doing the killing. I hear Mr. Kerry, oh, he was crying about the suffering of the kids from these gas attacks. Has he not seen what's happening in Fallujah after the American go there and devastate it? Has he not seen the type of children that is being born in Fallujah? Why don't he go to Iraq and cry about those children down there that his own government devastate? Why don't he cry about all these children that the American drones are killing every day all over the place? I mean, these are real children that they are killing, innit? Why don't he cry about, I just watched a program here about when they dropped the 2 atomic bombs on Japan. Why don't he cry about all them children who was killed instantly, as some who was, the skin was literally peeled off the body? Don't that touch his soul? How come these children that he are claiming, of course that is real, every death is real, but how come this particular death touch him so much that he feel that the West now have to do something about such matters? You know what I mean? But like I'm telling you, this is war in Babylon. You know, and they are hell-bent on war. I mean, Mr. Kerry and Mr. Obama don't seem to get as upset when Israel drop any gases on people You know what I mean? They drop funny weapon and the Palestinians regular. But they don't, the Americans don't get upset. As according to them, Mr. Assad hold the greatest amount of chemical weapons of mass destruction over there. He don't seem to mention that Israel is the greatest destructive power in the Middle East with hundreds of nuclear weapons. They don't go there and inspect. I don't see any missile raining down on Israel. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's people struggling in Bahrain for the rights. I don't see Mr. Obama supporting these. In Egypt, I've seen them say that they overthrow Mubarak and then they have an election and democratically elect Mr. Morsi, and then the army come and remove him and kill 1,000 people. A whole lot more than 1,000, over 1,000. And no one is crying about them deaths. You know what I mean? Not thinking of sending any missile down there, you know what I mean? And everyone is saying, like Mr. Obama is saying, oh yes, if anyone, what if they find out that it was the rebels who used the chemical weapon? Which it is the rebels. They are the one who use it. What are you going to do? Attack the rebels? And how did these rebels get into Syria in the first place? How come no one see them? Like I say, these Al-Qaeda. How come the Turkish authority don't spot them crossing the border? Or are they coming from the Iraqi side there? How come you don't set up UN all around this border? Make sure no terrorists come in. No, because they are funding the terrorists that is their fighting. Their intention is to destroy the country, just like how when they bring democracy to Iraq. Have you seen the amount of people that is dying in Iraq daily? Is that what you call democracy? All they do is just smash a country to bits, move on to the next. Libya was a very progressive country. They went there and murdered Colonel Gaddafi. No doubt they steal most of the money that he had invested over here in the West. Murder him and destroy the country. Now split it up into tribalism and let everyone be fighting amongst themselves. And now they are intending to doing the same thing to Syria, while portraying the Syrian government as one of the most monstrous government on the planet. It's not the Syrian government who possess the greatest nuclear armament on the planet, and it's not them who is sending drones around the world murdering people. It is not them who control most of the chemical weapon and the expertise about chemical weapon on the planet either. It's your great friend here, America, the monster, and all his European brethren. You know, but they are all going down in the fire. Because this is fire time. You understand what I mean? Nothing can stop what is coming. You see, they are not, this is what you call the gloves are off. You've just seen them send. Imagine this now, America, the great defender of justice and the spreader of democracy. I say they spread hypocrisy, but in their term, they are spreading democracy. Now imagine this, that the American government sent a man to prison for 35 years for revealing that the American army, murder people for fun. And no one say anything. You don't hear the Royal Court of Justice, you know what I mean, crying out about the injustice of doing such a thing to an individual for telling the truth. I mean, it is an individual duty to report murder, don't you think? If you witness a murder, deliberate murder, it's your duty as an individual to report it to the authorities. who are the law that we live under then. And here you are, you report this matter to the law, and the law give you 35 years and don't prosecute those who carry out the murder. So what kind of a law is this? What kind of a law is it when you have the American government telling you it's the Syrians who did it? So you're finding people guilty before there is even a trial. And they are saying, oh, well, it don't matter if NATO come or any. We are doing it anyway because we are Americans. We run our own law. Which is true because they are the biggest devils on the planet. They are the biggest murderers and the biggest killers. You understand what I mean? And when I say the Americans are the biggest murderers and killers, I am not talking about the general American public. You know, who are, I would say, mostly dumbed down by all the propaganda that they get feed. You know what I mean? And have no idea of what their government is really about. You know, they are deceived by the smooth appearance of these sickos. You understand what I mean? But don't forget what I tell you now, sickos. There's more than one law. Because this is fire time. And whether you are Mr. Obama, not Obama, oh Farmer, don't care who you are, there ain't no escaping in this judgment. Because like I tell you, the one has got your number marked. You are being recorded by memory. The spy of the invisible one is everywhere. This is your doom. You know, the light has arrived. As it was. So yes, it's only going to, like I'm saying, right now at the present time, I'm saying to myself that, well, maybe the money might collapse very soon. That could do it. Maybe they are, maybe the war might do it. Yeah, good war. But then again, the weather could do it as well. But it doesn't matter which one of these do it. One of them is going to do it because this is the end time. This is what we call war in a Babylon. Understand? Now wars, like I say, people fight war on different levels. Physical war and mental war. I am a mental warrior. Yeah, that's why I am that's why I say I is a 9th grade general. Now when you are a 9th grade general, there ain't no way of you fighting a war and losing the war. You understand? So there ain't no way of me fighting a war and losing the war. Because I is God's soldier. God's soldier cannot lose a war. And I won't be fighting any war with any weapons. Maybe the words that I speak still. Very dangerous words. The killer of the souls of human beings. Yeah. Fight that war, you know, and we know the secrets of you human beings, all you who have gathered, because like I tell you before, there ain't no way of coming out of your mother's womb, breaking the law of the one and getting away with it. It's just an impossible thing, you know what I mean? So evil cannot win. Understand? Like I tell you, you can't die in it. It's an endless universe. Your deeds are recorded on your memory. So if you, like I'm telling you, want to support these warmonger like Mr. Kerry and Mr. Farmer, which they are not the real people, you know, they are just puppets being used by the real masters in the shadows to do their bidding and, you know, to cause war and chaos on the earth. If you want to follow them, you follow them because you're going down in the fire. You see what I mean? This I would say life have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know what I mean? Or a journey then. No, call it an end. They say a journey have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Well, you now on earth now are coming up to the end of a journey. You see what I mean? Are you coming into a new birth? You could say it that way, I reckon. A new birth. Because you know birth is a bit painful. But when it's over, it's always joyous. So let's say we're coming up into a new birth. You know? I reckon it's a new type of mentality that this baby shall bring forth a new mentality. But before the baby arrives, you feel a lot of pain. So what is happening here now in earth now is the pain of the birth. That is happening, you know what I mean? And we have to get rid of, like I say, it's like a getting rid of the old and introducing the new. There was a time when evil, I say, would conceal itself then, and hide itself. But now it's right out here in the open. Telling you, just like Mr. Obama. Mr. Obama is literally saying, whether Congress agree or not, we're firing a shot. Because we are right. You know what I mean? That's exactly what he's telling you. You've heard all these things in Revelation about how no one will be able to buy and sell anything in the final days unless they have the mark of the beast. Now, as a country, literally, you can't do anything unless you have the approval of America. And then again, you have this final day, I say, in Revelation about the eagle, the lion, the dragon, and the bear. And here you have them right now. You have over there in Syria the dragon sitting behind Syria and the bear. And you have over here now the eagle and the lion. Well, look like the lion get voted as kind to them in Parliament. Don't take no notice of that. It is still the same formation. Ready, I say, for battle. And they can't stop anyway. You know what I mean? They can't help it. They have to, it's like a self-fulfilling thing. You have to pay for the wrongs that you do. You break the law, it is the consequences of breaking the law of the one that is coming down on your head. I think like what they say sometimes, what goes around, come around, you know what I mean? Or is it the law of karma? Who knows? Why don't you put it anywhere you like to put it anywhere? But many on the earth now can feel these things. But you're not only going to feel them, you're going to see them happening. You see what I mean? Like I say, it's a painful thing, you know. Many will have to die, I say, but don't worry about people dying. You can't die in the universe, and you just transform over, you know. The wicked would be very pleased if they could die. Yeah, how you mean? I mean, if you was a wicked man, if I was a wicked man on earth, yeah, and I could die, excuse me. If I was a wicked man here on earth, and after all the wickedness I do, I know that I could die, I'd be happy. Because then there would be no consequences to my action. You see what I mean? And then again, maybe if I believe while I'm doing my wickedness as well, that there is no consequences to my action, maybe I will carry on doing that. But the problem with that now, you as a human being can believe that there is no consequences to action, your evilness that you are doing. But you don't know this. You see what I mean? But in Firehouse it's a different thing. I know it for, I'd say about 675 billion trillion % certain that there's consequences to your action. Yeah, that's I tell you, that's why you have the video in you. Anywhere you are. You see what I mean? So when you think as a human being then, that just because you are on earth here now, and you are either China, as an example, or Russia, and you are America, and you know, Britain here, say you got Trident missile and nuclear cruiser, and what them call them, some big thing, all aircraft carrier. You are puffing up your chest. You see what I mean? Because you are convinced in yourself that the visible is the ruler. You see what I mean? What you can see, you are convinced that what you call power lie in the things that you can see. But actually it doesn't. It lies in what you cannot see. So what you can see out there, these forces that are gathering with mighty ships and tanks and all these things, and guided missile, cruise missile and all these kind of missiles. You know, those are not people with any power actually. Those are beings that have are deluded beings. You know what I mean? If you are any sensible person then, when you see Mr. Kerry speaking or Obama, look into their face and you will see that these are vampires, sickos, like I tell you, bloodsuckers. You see what I mean? Souls that, like I'm telling you, instead of rising in the mind where you can get light, they have descended in the mind. And don't forget, you know, the mind is limitless. So just like you could rise to the heights, you can descend to the depths. So these are the type of beings who descend to the depths and then conceal themselves in the outward, like I tell you, looking well dressed. You see, appearance, appearing to be good when they are the height of sickness and evil. They are the one, like I'm telling you, who run negativity on the planet. Because negativity covers the whole planet. Hence the fact the whole thing is going to get clean. You see what I mean? In the fire, like I'm telling you, we don't deal with small matters. We deal with planetary wise. So like I'm saying then before, either the cause a war that is going to be affect the planet planetary wise, so that after you have a new life, everything just collapse and then you come to your senses without the war, or the waters of Aquarius just and the atmosphere do it, but something is going to do it. Well, I don't really know exactly how it's going to be done, but I don't need to know how it's going to be done. All I need to know is that I personally have decided that what would be the point of me coming into life as an example if it wasn't to destroy Babylon? Because life would make, to a man like me, it would make absolutely no meaning at all. I am not like, you know what I mean, like other human being who's interested in the adventures of life. There is no adventure. When I destroy Babylon, yeah, maybe we'll have an adventure, because I love adventure. But in the state of affairs that is running when I was born and what I have to live through on earth, it made no sense whatever for me to come here to enjoy the pleasures of earth or to have no other interests. The only interest I can see here is to get rid of these vile sickos who have gone against the will of the terrible and dreadful God. You know which God I'm on about? That God that dwell within. The inner man, I'll say the inner woman. Conscience, like I keep driving it. I'm trying to drive. It's just that we are at a stage now, like I say, where the truth is laughed at. And people will gather in great numbers to listen to idiocy. You see what I mean? But there will be a time when you have no choice but to hear the truth that is within thy own self. And stop following I even meet my brethren. I always say my brethren and the reasoning. And my brethren is telling me that he would have more confidence in the Bible over his conscience. Imagine that. No way at all. Am I going to have more confidence in what a man write more than in my own self? But when you do things like that, have confidence in those outside yourself, well, maybe that's how you can end up following these fools who are leading you right down into the path of destruction. You know what I mean? I mean, these people, for instance, like I'm saying, they start this war themselves by blowing up their own building. No one attacked them. It's only an idiot. I say it's only an idiot who would think, like I say, that we as a group of terrorists could penetrate into America, split ourselves up into groups, hijack 4 planes without none of us being no expert flyer. Even expert flyers couldn't do it anyway. And then fly them into 2 buildings, and the 2 buildings just come down nice and smooth and disintegrate with, nothing like that. Nothing goes like that. These sickos who are playing the game, the real devils, they did it to themselves so that they could get permission to go ahead to destroy. I mean, if anything, the blame was pointed in the direction of Afghanistan, claiming it was Al-Qaeda. But they never went there first. They went to Iraq and destroyed Saddam Hussein. Now, who controlled the oil in Iraq? Or even all the rights to build back Iraq like they are claiming, even though they're not doing anything? America. Who controlled the oil in Libya now? America and Britain and their brethren. You see what I mean? It is a deliberate policy. Not by the common people, but by the rich and powerful. You don't understand. The rich and powerful already have underground cities where they plan to escape. When they trigger the war, which is kill you all, or kill most of you, or most of us there, That is their intention. I am telling the rich and powerful that please, whenever any action start, don't go underground. It is very dangerous. That's where dead people get buried up. It better you stay and face your judgment on top of the surface of the earth. Underground will be dangerous for those of you, because I already know you think that you can buy life, innit? And because you're rich and powerful, you and your friends probably reason out, well, okay, if we trigger a war and we can be safe out of the way while they kill themselves. No, but all who go underground, I say, will be the first to die. Yeah, especially if you are in the elite. There's a death bug under there waiting for you, because this is the final time. How can you hide from your judgment? Make no sense whatsoever, innit? You don't think, as an example, Mr. Wicked Man, that you must always know that there's always positive and negative. So the same way you plan the new world order. Yeah, you are correct. There is a new world order coming in, but not the one that you are planning. You understand? You won't be in the new world order, because you represent disorder. So no matter where you hide or you are planning to hide, because don't forget the power is in you. You can't hide from the power. No matter where you are planning to hide, I know where you are hiding. You can't escape the judgment. You don't understand? You're going to get the judgment of the invisible one. Have you not known? I don't understand how come people are there. It don't dawn on you in you properly yet about this one. That is within. Has always been within. But like I say, very few people know this one. Because they always go on about their greats or their superstar. Like I say, be it Muhammad, Jesus, Selassie, the Buddha, Confucius, all kind of great individual. But no one ever seems to rant and rave about the secret dweller. Who dwells in all these beings that they are going on about? And all these beings that they are going on about, like I say, are fleshy beings like me. They live a while and die. But this one is always dwelling in the people who are here. Constantly here. Constantly watching. And like I tell you, he's got a secret recorder right there in you as well. Memory, recording your deeds. How are you going to defeat that? You are stupid, you human being. You who are evil, you are stupid. You are concealing your evil, right, from your fellow human being. Your fellow human being is not the one. Your fellow man did not create the laws. So what is the point of you, America or whoever, doing all this evil and secretly hiding it from your population? It doesn't make sense. Because your population is not the one. They're not gathered there with a bumbo cloud. What's the matter with you? Are you stupid? I have to laugh, you know, about people who do evil and then you're hiding it from your brother or your fellow man or your next door neighbor, because you don't want them to find out. Because you would feel ashamed if man find out that you are doing evil. No, don't hide from man. Tell man exactly what you're doing. Because man can't do anything about your evil. Man is not the law. You should be worried about the one. But then again, you don't know that such a one exists. Because if you did, how could you be behaving like this? So you are truly behaving out of ignorance then, wicked man. You see what I mean? And you are convinced that your behavior here in physical life, that there's some way you are going to get away with it. You must think this blood clot universe is a joke. Like, you must think the one that dwell within our blood clot human being is a fucking joke. Well, the one must be in it. Yeah, you take it that conscience is accidental, innit? And there's no reality in conscience. So you can ignore it. Yeah, of course, I say you can ignore conscience because you have your own choice. But that doesn't mean that there is no reality in blood clot conscience. It only means that you ignore it. And for the very fact that you ignore it, you don't know the law. Because if you never ignore conscience, you would have known the law. You would have known what you was fucking with, I say. Yes, man, I say. If you know conscience, there's no way under the sun you're going to behave in a certain manner. You know what I mean? It's just not possible, you know what I mean? Just because of a lot of you, and like I say, you have army and thing, and that's nothing. That's just man, innit? With gun here in the physical. Life is more than physical. Don't you dig that, fools? You are just dominating the physical. And I can tell you, how long can you stay in the physical anyway? My brethren, death is the Governor General of Earth. He's the one that is going to take you into the non-physical. And let you understand it proper. You understand what I mean? I would say to the people of the earth, it is time for you to wake up. You know what I mean? Time for you to stop watching the bullshit that they are giving you in television and newspaper, you know what I mean? Television and newspaper is owned by the elite. You know what I mean? If you want to get a little sense of what is going on now, there's lots of alternative media to watch now. You know, where people are spitting out their own truths then. Better to listen to that. You can't listen to television, what they are telling you, reading newspaper, because those things are controlled by the rich and powerful. So they feed you what they want you to hear, what they want you to know. They are the one who's telling you that, oh yes man, it's Assad who do this. Yes man, it's Assad, yeah. Because they control the media. They're not going to tell you that they did it. They are not telling you that, oh yes, you see most of the people who kill in Syria, they are killed by the rebels that we arm. Because we want these rebels to go there and cause chaos. You know, to split up the country and divide it so they don't have any central government. You know what I mean? We're not doing it for humanitarian purposes. Because when Israel is dropping bomb on the defenseless Palestinian, you don't see us running down there to their aid. They don't help them. They don't care about the Palestinian children being blown to bits then, do they? They are not bothered. There's children being blown to bits in Iraq now every day. They are not bothered, are they? Not running down there to stop it. There's children starving to death in Africa. Has Mr. Kerry never seen a blood clot famine? Kerry, have you go to Africa, there's people over there, children dying of hunger. Why don't you rush with your American why don't you send some missile with food down there? But no, you are rushing that missile up to be sent into Syria because you are, as a father, you the gut-wrenching feeling that you feel when you see these kids in Syria. Well, look around the world, Mr. Kerry. There's a lot of gut-wrenching thing that is going on. There's a lot of gut-wrenching slaughter that your administration is doing to children. You and your administration cause a lot. Most of the children that die, not maybe even indirectly, is caused by you and your policies. Same American government. I see one time the one Bill Gates wanting to inject all the children. I don't know why this devil want to do anything like that. You're not doing anything good. No one don't need injection. Must giving them disease. 1 minute, excuse that. That's the only thing you could be doing for these people, but you're not doing anything good. The governance of the earth is not a good governance, no matter where it is. That's why I say it's time for beings to open their eyes and stop being partial. You can see these things when you know yourself. When you're not following others as if you are a sheep. You know, we are all individual human beings. And we all have intelligence. Surely we can see the difference between right and wrong. You know what I mean? And surely we can see the difference. I mean, look how far Syria is from America and Britain and France. And yet these people, instead of these now who are democratic, saying, no, we should stop those terrorists attacking the Syrian state. If that was the case, you know what I mean? Let them have an election or something. No, they are here encouraging it. Mr. William Hague and Cameron, they more vigorous wanting to see more people die. And then you have this old farmer coming and say, oh yeah, we're just sending a few precision, surgical strike. Just nice and neat. Don't really kill people, these things, just neat and fix things a bit. When the only thing that they are doing, these devils, they are the one arming the rebels. But Because they could set up a no-fly zone over Libya. Because without that, these rebels in Libya would not succeed either. Gaddafi would have quashed them in it. So they set up a no-fly zone, knock out Gaddafi Air Force and thing, and allow the terrorists them to take over. So now they wanted to do the same thing in Syria. The Chinese and the Russian blocked them in the UN. So all the arms that they are pouring in now, this could not help the rebels. The rebels just can't seem to win and defeat the Syrian army. So now they have to give their mates a hand. So they have to, but they can't just say, oh yeah, we're coming in to help the rebels. They have to find some excuse, some way of going in to assist. You see what I mean? So this is how now they contrive to say, yes, it is Assad who dropped this chemical weapon, man. So now they can concentrate and send in a couple of cruise missiles from submarine and ship to see if they can weaken the Syrian army by knocking out as much as their command and control or key military thing, you know what I mean? So that their friends on the ground can rush in. I mean, they are going on about Assad about these chemical weapons. No doubt they know where they are as well through satellite imagery. Are they going to send a missile into one of these chemical factories and release it in the atmosphere then? Or are they going to they're going to be so precise with the bombing? That, you know what I mean? That just like how they are telling you. They tell you how precise there was going to be the bombing in Baghdad as well, isn't it? Very precise. I don't know how many people they slaughter down there. And they dare not tell you how many people, the innocent people they slaughter in Libya. These goddamn murderers. But they don't, you can't get away with anything like I say, murderer. All you who now are happy to hide behind this evil that is going on earth because you feel protected by the whatever system, whatever shit system that you are in, you feel protected. Whether you're in the British shit system, the American system, French system, whatever one of these shit system you are in, and you have your army and your police and things, and you eat in the best food, you feel protected. Well, let them protect you, like I say, when death arrive to remove you, as it was, from this life here. You know what I mean? And this game that you've been playing on the planet, like I'm saying, is coming up to a rapid conclusion. You know what I mean? So I like say, we're here for war in Babylon. End time. So I would say, that's why you have a fire general, I say, Because you couldn't have a fire general at the beginning. It wasn't necessary then. Or one in the middle. Because it was necessary. You need a fire general in the end. So yes, I just like how you see them in their army there. They have their elite, forces in their negative army. In the positive army, there is elite soldier as well. So a fire general is an elite soldier. That I tell you, fire bullets that don't miss. Can never miss. I stay here, a fire general stay here and defeat any soul anywhere in the universe. You know what I mean? No soul don't have to come from nowhere to teach a fire. You see what I mean? When you've been confronted by the fire, you're confronted by the living blood-clad fire, the living soldier of the living God. And that's what the fire general is, The living fire. Because when you know the one that's... So when I say, don't get me wrong, no. You must understand the flex of life, like I'm telling you. Now, if you, like I say, hold up a mirror against the sun, you can reflect it perfectly. And likewise, as a being, if you clean your mind, you can reflect the light of the one that is within. So I can reflect the light of the one that is within. So on those terms, I cannot be defeating by any being anywhere in the universe. There is no light to outshine the light of the one that dwell within, because the one is the one. One set the rules and the laws and the regulation, if you know what I mean. These rules and laws and regulation are in the invisible, not what you see being played out here in front of you on earth. What is being played out here in front of you on earth is the behavior of those sick beings, those who have fallen to the depths of the mind, those who refuse to live under the guidance of conscience. You see what I mean? And then because they've refused, they've created chaos instead of order. And these are the beings now, like who you seems to take as your leaders, you know, like the Americans and the French and all these. These are sickos, I'm telling you. All of them are in secret society. Don't know who they're keeping secret from. Well, it's other men, innit? You have to find it so funny. Because you can't keep any secret. All your secret are on your memory. And when you go home, when death come for you, Mr. O Farmer, and all your brethren, because every man have to die, innit? You can't stay here. Don't try. This is what I find funny about human being. Why would any human being want to come here and rule it when you can't stay here? You are in transit. Is that what they call it? Yeah, you are in transit, man. You are just supposed to have refreshments here. You know, just a little stopover. Why, when you are in transit now, would you want to own the territory that you are passing through? You know? To such a degree that you are busy wanting war and all these kind of things. And you've been doing it for a very long time as well. Like the saying goes, God knows how long these devils have been ruling the planet. Real sickos. When you talk about vampires, I seen movie that they make here on earth, you know, about vampires, bloodsuckers. And these people, they are the very vampire themselves. I have seen the religious man giving man bread to eat and says, take this. This is my body. And then they give them some wine. Obviously it's symbolic, but still, why would you want to symbolically eat the body of a man and drink his blood? Don't you think that is sick and vampire? Well, because I'm a simple man. That's sickness to me. I could never imagine myself. If God wanted me to say anything like that, I would refuse. I said that bumbo clot, man. I'm not eating nobody and drink no blood clot blood. Even if it was to save my soul, I would refuse. But then again, you know, I'm a bit of a crazy man, I say. But those are the kind of behavior to me that I say, these people must be goddamn sick. I mean, how can that got anything to do with God? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, you know, I deal with God in a more simple thing, like just living honestly, striving my best to be a better human being. I am not into no ritual. I'm going nowhere, like I say, climbing up mountain, you know. More than listen to some music and reason and, you know, and live and strive to be better. Outside of that, to me, it's just what mad and crazy people do, you know, because they believe in God. I think that if you believe in God, you must be a madman. Yeah. He's a mad person believe in God, man. I say you should know God. And because there is ways and means of knowing God still. It's not as if it's beyond the task of a human being to know God. Knowing God is not no rocket science. Because like I say, we all have God in us, innit? The terrible one is in all of us. So if something is a part of you, surely you must can know that. But I'm saying that you can only know that when you change. It is down to desires and intention. So if one desires an intention is to settle down and own the earth and, possess this and own that. Of course, you're not going to know this one. As well as you could still have all those things and know the one. But you have to be an honest human being who refuse to hate your fellow human being, having come to the realization that we are all one, brothers and sisters, coming from the original source. You see what I mean? So if you don't desire to know what is right and correct, and if you don't desire to live right, you cannot know God. You have to believe in God. And when you believe in God, like I tell you, that's not knowing God. That's why I feel the saying, say, man, a lot of them going to say, Lord, that time I don't know you. You know what I mean? Coming back to the same thing that I'm saying about the Bible now. The Bible is a positive and a negative field. So yes, you can draw, you can, I just say, even if without saying it's a positive and negative, let's say it's a book of knowledge. I always say to myself that when you know wisdom, what man would term wisdom, when you speak it transforms, when you come into the atmosphere, it transforms itself back into knowledge. But this knowledge can be refined back into wisdom, but it has to be put into practice. So there is knowledge in the book then about the one, or about the ways of this one. Now if you should read this knowledge and put it into practice, live by what that tell you, it's like a recipe, you will get the benefit. But it's no use reading it and don't do it. You see what I mean? Which is what a lot of people are doing when they read the Bible or the Quran or whatever book they claim that they're reading. They don't refine what they've read back into wisdom, so that they get the full grasp of what they are reading. So they end up now, like I tell you, instead of knowing for themselves through the practice of living honestly and good, because they refuse to live like that, they have to believe. So you find out then that technically all believers are beings who have not completed the task of cleaning up their character. Or if they want to call it the ego, then they have not tackled the ego. That is, they have not dealt with themselves honestly. Because if you deal with yourself honestly, you will end up knowing the truth. When you know the truth, you don't have to rely on anybody, innit? And be happy and about Jesus and Muhammad. You just speak the truth because you know it. You're a living creation of God, innit? You have a mouth if you can talk. If you can't talk, you have one right. Do whatever you can do. Well, you wouldn't be moving on the earth now, keep going on about Gabriel and some other mad things. Those who know God don't behave like that. You see what I mean? When you know yourself, well, like I say, when you know yourself, you're beginning to unravel the mysteries of life, spiritually, physically, everything. You know what I mean? No longer will religious men be able to pull the wool over your eyes with their bullshit. And no longer will the political man be able to pull the wool over, because you'll be able to see these devils. You'll be able to see beyond their disguise through knowing yourself. When they speak, you'll be able to tell by the word that they speak that these are the goddamn sickos. You see what I mean? Because you turn the light on them. You'll be able to read the faces, look in the eyes, and see the depth or the coldness of the soul. You won't be. There's nothing they can do to deceive you. So there's nothing that the House of Congress or Obama or those other sick beings that are behind them can do to deceive or fire. Because they betray themselves by what they say. Not only what they say, but by what they do. You see what I mean? So I can spot them all. And I know their doom as well, like I tell you, because I know the power that is beyond them. I know the power that is beyond all human being who has ever come out of pussy myself. I love to say that. Sound crude, but I love it. Because it's true. The power that is beyond all being. Don't give a fuck which being it was who command this planet. I know that one who is beyond them bumbleclat. The real fire master himself, you know what I mean? That's why I know. I don't know where you're going to go when death come for your blood clot, you know. Because just like I don't know, but I am not a man that worry. I just know that you can't blood clot die. I know for sure that anything that you do here against the will of the terrible and dreadful God Rastafari himself, anything that you did in your living, moving, breathing life is recorded in your memory, and you must pay for it if it was some wrong action against the law of God. I know you don't like, every time I say God, I always like to remind people. I know they don't like the word God, you know, but the word is just indicating that there is a higher intelligence. Like I say, call the one, some say it's Jehovah, some say it's Allah, some say it's the light, the I am, the inner man. Rastafari, I like to use Rastafari, the terrible and dreadful overlord himself, the high general that dwell within a pussy hole, whoever move, whether they want to be male or female or black or bumbleclat white. Who cares? I am the one that is everywhere at once. Not like some blood clot Bible or Quran who can only be in some spot, or some little pussy clot prophet, or even the son of Rasclat God, who could have only been in one place at one time. Conscience is every fucking where at once within all human being. Like I tell you, the overgeneral, the watchman of your soul. It's only because this one, like I say, is in the invisible, why you cannot comprehend this one. But like I tell you before, here it is, man. This is an owl. When you have the ability of the owl, you are able to penetrate into the darkness. So the fire general has the ability of an owl. So I can see in the dark, where human souls dwell. You know what I mean? You understand what I mean by seeing in the dark? As an example, no one can see the color of your mind, can they? All they see is your physical appearance. No one can really see you inside. But I can, if you know what I mean. It doesn't mean that I can read your mind or anything, you know. I can't read anyone's mind. I just know how they are inside. And when they talk, I know whether they know the one or not, whether they malfunctioning or not. Understand what I mean? I cannot be deceived by no one because I can see everyone. Just like the ability was given to me of the owl by the one who is watching all human beings. You see what I mean? So that when I speak, these motherfuckers know what I am on about. Like in a technical way, the common man might not know, but maybe some of these stinking dirty devils, because they always have the suits here and they will know what I'm on about. They know that it's their doom. No use hiding going on about you are no Illuminati or the Masons. Because memory is inside of the Illuminati and the Masons recording their dirty deeds. It's no use having secret society performing secret ritual either under the ground or above ground. Because wherever you go to do it, memory follow you and record the deeds. Because I have eyes everywhere. I am everywhere at once. Nothing can't happen without I see it. You know who I am is? I am the way and the light. No one come to the truth unless they come through I and I, Rastafari, the terrible and dreadful one that dwell within all human being. They call that one the secret dweller. Well, I know that one, you know. I know that one for about 965 billion trillion. How is it? It's a lot more than that, you know. Well, a very big number, very huge number, huge number, certain that I know that one. And you know how long this one has been secretly dwelling within human beings. Very, way down, you know? From the very first one come, whether it come out of space, I don't know. Because I don't know how human come to be on this planet, you know. Could have come from space. Maybe he originate on this planet. But wherever he come from, whether he originate here or out of space, make no blood clot difference. This one that I'm telling you about, secret dweller, the mystery of the universe, this one, has always been in man. Now, like I say, the average man do not comprehend this. And when I say man, I mean woman, you know. If any female is listening, whenever you hear me use the term man, I'm referring to female as well. It's not because, well, I know that the female principle is harshly treated here by these lunatics, of course, who do not. That's what they create, an imbalance. You see what I mean? They don't understand the feminine side here. But you can't do when you are so crude that well, money is another creation of these goddamn idiots anyway. Lunatics, full of greed and hate. But let's just say we had to live with money. But yeah, we had to live with money. But these now spend most of the money like this devil America and weapons, arms to kill. Because that's what arms doing it. So half of three-quarters of the money that they have in the country to spend on people, they go and make gun and bomb and hydrogen bomb and gas and they've got enough already to wipe out the whole planet. And they still continue to produce more and more and more. So these people are sick, innit? They must be sick. Instead of spending most of your budget on food and care and welfare, you are spending it on war, and you are not under threat from no one. America is not under threat from anyone. Yet no one would dare threaten America from I don't know when. And yet every year their military budget is the biggest in the world. So you see that these people are, instead of spending the money on ways of finding peace in the world and are disarming, no, they are still, like I say, the biggest military spenders when people are living in poverty in America. And it's so unique as well that those who spend the money on the military would never go to war, and they make sure their children never go. Who's running their apparatus is the common man who they pay to do their dirty work, you know what I mean? Are brainwashing them, telling them, oh yes, it's your duty, you're fighting for your country. You know what I mean? To uphold. I don't know how many countries this monsters attacked over the years, and no one has ever threatened America. One time the Japanese man, them drop a little one bomb up there, Pearl Harbor, you know. But apart from that, no one has ever attacked America. But they've attacked Syria, they've attacked Afghanistan, Iraq. They are hell-bent on attacking Iran, telling the people them, you know, that the Iranians, who has never attacked anyone, you know, was we a couple 100 years ago when they had Persian Empire, we long back in history. But in modern time, has never attacked anyone. And they are behaving in the same way with the Iranians, like trying to behave with Assad. Or if the Iranians get atomic bomb, they're not crazy. They know that America has got hundreds of thousands of atomic bombs. They know the American friend Israel, these lunatic other warmongers, have loaded up with atomic bomb. So they're not just going to take their 1 or 2 or 3 atomic bomb and drop it on anyone. If anything, they are just looking to get a little one bomb then, if that was the case, to try and save off the attack of these vampires who they know are after them. I mean, you don't hear the UN or the world, them want to go and inspect down in Iran the nuclear. Why don't they go to Israel and inspect all the biological weapon and all their nuclear facilities? How come no one is crying out in the world? No, they don't, and they won't. You see what? Because Israel is an outpost. They give them the atomic bomb in the first place. They put Israel there to divide. You know what I mean? They say Israel, these Zionists, real sicko. You know, some of the sickest beings that has ever come out of pussy. Some of the sickest blood clot devils. The judgment and these satanic sickos like Obama and his friend. You will be sorry the day you ever come out of pussy and come on this planet. You know, a lot of beings are in the universe, like I say now. And they are realizing that no, you should never come to earth and fuck about with the law of God. Because now you have to fucking pay. Maybe your souls, all of you devils, maybe you love this earth so much. I tell you what, this is an endless universe. Maybe these shithouse, like I call them, your soul shall be bound here on earth. You cannot leave, and you know there's lots of planet out there, but your soul won't be going here. Because you have to stay here and reap what you sow until such time. You know what I mean? Like when criminals go to prison and pay for the punishment that they do. Maybe if you can get parole, you get parole, you know, due to the vileness of your crime. I don't know how the system works, but I know law is law. And when you break the law, you have to pay. And I know that the law is not like the law of man, because sometimes you can break it and get away with it. But the law that I'm telling you about, there's no blood clot where any being can do it and get away with it. But as to how them pay and what punishment and for what duration and time, I don't know. I don't even care. I just know that you have to pay. You see what I mean? So I am spitting out from the fire, you know. I doubt very much. No, I don't doubt very much. I say, every one of these videos, I reckon, you must be scrutinizing it, Mr. High Devil. Are those who scrutinize what is put out on the net. When you scrutinize videos like these, you must send it to the highest devils to let them know that, listen, the fucking game's up here. You know what I mean? The fire general know the secret completely to the fullest. That, you know, when the governor general come for you, you ain't going to die because you are energies. Energies cannot die. Go and ask your scientists. You transform when you transform, you pay for what you do here. All the killing, all the drones that you're flying about. Are you stupid? You must think God need Bradley Manning to reveal anything to know what you've done and how you did it. It's on your memory, fool. See what I mean? God works in mysterious ways. And that is the mysterious ways that He works. From right within the wicked man there, you know. Very ingeniously. Where the wicked man cannot see what's going on. Record everything that the wicked is doing. Yeah, everything. Record what you're doing. Hey, I would say to the wicked man, the longer you live, the better for you. Because that means you stay away from what is awaiting you, innit? What you create, and what is awaiting you, you know, is what you yourself create. So nobody think that there's any God waiting to do you anything. God is busy. They have a fucking time to do you, fuck all. You full of shit human beings. What is away in you is what you stay here and create while you was living with your vile and sick, dirty actions. That you shall reap for about 397 trillion, up and so much. Certain. That's what. Because it's a law. You know what I mean? You've heard it before, and it is very true. You reap what you sow. There's no punishment in the universe. You know what I mean? There's not going to be any trial of souls. There's no need for any trial. You know, there's no need for trial. You just reap what you sow, you reap. Because the law is already set. I never tell you to come here and break the law. You know what I mean? I never tell you to come here and have big cruisers and ship and firing hellfire missile and all those things. And to set yourself up as rulers and, you know, rule and dominate over your fellow human being for the little 60 or 70 years that you live. I don't know. The boy Kerry is 69. You should be retired. You shouldn't be beating drums of war. You see, you know how many people get killed in Syria, and yet you want to, you let these devils who you work for pushing you to say, yeah, go and convince the public that we must fire a missile and kill some more. No doubt by the time you finish, the killing is 100,000 now. By the time you finish, it'll be about 300,000 plus all the rest of disease that the people will die of when you stop sending your depleted uranium cruise missile into the people them thing in it. But like I'm telling you, man, judgment for you murderers. I'm condemning all these murderers who gather on the planet, who think that people, it's better to cause war to make money. The rich families that are behind what is going on. And you call Rothschild and Rockefeller and Astor, oh, pound man, one of the sick rich devils who these army and police work for, and these goddamn politicians who sell their soul for temporary power. These rich people with paper won't be able to help you when death comes for you. I don't know why you sell your soul to them. Why you are masters and slaves to evil and sick men just because of money. Money doesn't value anything. You see what I mean? I have to say sometimes. Listen, this is fire time. You can't let these people, like I say, just run and be telling you now. Well, they're telling you anyway, and so like that. Yes, man, Assad do this, and Assad is a vile man, and this and that. Assad might be a vile man, like they are telling you. But look at all the different ethnic groups that live in Syria. Before these now start arming up insurgents, Assad wasn't killing them all, was he? He wasn't gassing them. He wasn't flying helicopter and planes around his own country, bombing his own country. He wasn't doing it. He had no choice but to fight back when the West start arming people to fire guns at them. When anyone come out on the street of America or in Britain or in Europe, there's no one giving them guns to fire at the police, is it? And even though they don't have any gun, don't you see their police come out and beat the shit out of them? When you had Occupy Wall Street in America, did you not see your own police beat you up? Nobody give you arms, yet your own government is giving some rebels arms in Syria to mash up the Syrian government. And you don't object to these sick and vile devils that you elect and call government. Do you want to pay with your soul for believing in these sicko? If you can't fight them even with your mind, accept and say that these people are sick. Okay, they got all these soldiers programmed to do the vile and sick. You know what I mean? Don't soldiers know you can't, the army cannot protect you when death comes for you. It is your own soul. You are here to look after your own soul. Why sell your soul to these sick devils whose only intention is to cause war and destruction and make money and to rule? When are you going to wake up, you goddamn dead? That's what I'm saying all the time. To shout at the human, see if you could wake them up, if you could just get that magic pitch that would wake souls up from the dead. that these goddamn devils as kept them in through all kind of deception, television, newspaper, education, and lies. Me say it make me sick when I see that long face Kerry, that evil, blood-sucking murderer. Because that's what these men are. They don't care. I tell you, talking about how, because as a father, you are a sick human being. You should have been barren, you killer, coming out speaking with the intention of causing more death and destruction on your fellow human being. And then you have that sicko Obama, for the sake of power. You're following these people and they're telling you about you are a sick devil and you will pay with your soul. Well, you'll have plenty company anyway. Where you are going when death come for you, all you devils, you will have a lot of company, because most of your ancestors was playing the same game that you are playing, and you will be ending up in the same place that they are. They say, you love Satan, you meet your great master on the earth. You will meet your great master Satan as you claim. But not the Satan that I know, because I know the real Satan. That's not the one that you'll be meeting. You'll be meeting the one that you create yourself. You enjoy that devil. You goddamn sickos, like I'm saying. Whether you are sick in the east, west, north or south, who knows? Who cares? You all getting cleansed off the table. All you warmongering sick beings who intend to rule by might and by evil. You know what I mean? I say, well, you know, I don't like America from a long time. But situation like this make it even worse when these devils are so obvious right out. You know what I mean? If there was intention and any democracy, why the fuck don't America fuck up Saudi Arabia? Not even a woman can drive in that place. Bahrain have been struggling over there and monarchy of them. Britain and America don't say nothing. In Yemen, the great strife down there, they say nothing. When there was over 700 and nearly 1 million people dying in Rwanda, I never see them rush down there with nothing. They just stand by. Wasn't them women and children being killed then? There was. When you were spraying Agent Orange all over the Vietnamese and killing her. Or like I say, when you drop your 2 atomic bomb, who's ever charged America for war, crime against humanity? Who create the most biological weapon on the planet? America. And the same stinking dirty devil, like I said, from the inception of that place that they call America, these forces have never stopped killing and murdering cowboys. They've caused the most amount of death in the history of the earth, and still they're crying for more. With their, I don't know, 5 nuclear carrier, you say you're going out there with an aircraft carrier and submarine, ready to unleash some more death, because those bloodsuckers. No doubt you probably drink the blood of human beings, I say. I say these devils must look how they're giving man bread and wine, symbolizing blood. But in secret, in their secret society, these people must drink human blood, because they are proper sickos. Anyway, like I'm telling you, it is time for your eyes to open. Or it is going to open wide whether you want to or not. Just watch what these Americans are doing and what they intend to do. It looks as if they might, I say to myself, because Obama wanted to strike straight away. But now he's saying, no, Congress is coming back on the 9th of this month. The 9th, you know. So on the 9th they will decide. No doubt they might start firing the missiles on the 11th. 9/11, eh? What do you think about that one? Yeah, so maybe that's maybe these sickos like to play a game like that. So they say, okay, we're going to delay attacking them until Congress. Him say, oh, okay. I'm where he says, that's according to him anyway. I'm waiting on Congress, but whether Congress gives the go ahead or not, I am going to fire some shots. So I'm saying then, it looked like, and they say Congress is recalled on the 9th of September. So on the 9th of September then, Congress can say, all right, Obama, fire 2 shots. And then Obama say, you know what, lick the shot on the 11th. So nice. But anyway, it doesn't matter when they're going to lick the shot. They're going to lick the shot. So you know what I mean? Because like I say, war in a Babylon. I was born to destroy Babylon. So whether it's them doing it themselves, the weather doing it, or them financial collapse, who cares? Anyway, I is going to fire out. You see me? And see you on another reel when we'll be burning some more fire on the current subject of war in a Babylon. Ease out and fire out. Rastafari, live it and reign it in the heart of all human beings. Fire!